everybody, we are getting ready to head over to Carowinds, Taste of the Season. So I'm going to go check it out, see how it is, taste some different foods, and see what how they open the park for outdoor only and with limited visitors. See you there.
We will see you. Carowinds is located in Charlotte, North Carolina, adjacent to the campground that we've reviewed. This is the Taste of the Seasons. So I don't know how long they have done this, and this is a kind of overview map. You can see that this is actually a full-size amusement park. I think Taste of the Season is a replacement for Winterfest and Summerfest. So I think this is the second one, and we are here opening season, and yeah, these are big boy roller coasters that they have, and some of them have loop-de-loops and all the kind of craziness going on. This Carowinds stuff is going on for Taste of the Seasons, I think until Christmas, and I think it's only on weekends, and it is very limited on how many people can go to it. And this is the opening weekend. I know it looks dead, but this is not dead. This is like COVID-19, and like they're not letting people in, basically. This is full. Like they had sold out this park for the amount of people that the governor would allow them to have. They have all this Christmas stuff like everywhere, so if you really like Christmas, then you probably will like this place like during Taste of the Seasons. And they don't have all the roller coasters online just because they can't really afford to have them all online probably with so few people here. So this is like a little game that they have where you, the kids can go around and look for stuff to try to save Christmas. And the big attraction here is they have some of the roller coasters online, some of the like the big ticket ones, and they have some kid-friendly ones also. And then they have food all over the park, and so you buy these food passes, $30 for 6 tastes or $45 for 9 tastes. So I think that means like it ends up being like $5 or $6 per taste. And we found it interesting that they had these fire pits here, but the campground would not allow us to have fire pits. Like they wouldn't like do that. Like you could bring your own fire pit. So this is what like $6 gets you. In most of the cases, I kind of thought it was like kind of little smaller portions than I was expecting, and a little more expensive. But I mean, it is like you are in an amusement park, like, and you are getting to taste like all this different types of food. And Snoopy is a big part of the Carowinds. That is like what I guess products that they've licensed. So if you like Snoopy stuff, your kid likes Snoopy stuff, this is the place to come because this is where Camp Snoopy is and all the Snoopy rides. So see if you can guess who this is, like who the cartoon character is. Like we totally messed it up, and we're like, hey, Linus, and like the person like gave us this dirty look. Like it's a Snoopy character. Like pro tip, it's not Linus. Linus is like kind of I think bald. So they have all these rides. We actually rode this one. This is one of the kids' rides, but we still rode it because it was kind of fun and different to do. And they are doing a good job of like keeping everything clean and wiping down all the rides like between each group that goes in. And I think that has to do with why they have it's so small on how many people can enter and why it looks so dead. But it's not dead. This is like I was saying, full. So it's very kids oriented. And I'm sure that like teenagers probably would love this place too, but they might get sick of the fact that they only have like a handful of the gigantic rides online. They did have this interesting Jeep ride. You know, obviously we have a Jeep channel, we have a Jeep, so I had to get this Jeep ride that I had. And if you look really carefully, you're gonna see the name of the character. He's right there. There he is, the brown hair and the green eyes. That is a person that we met. And that she got to dance with and everything. And it was interesting, like it seemed like the adults were more scared of this ride than the kids. If you watch them, like some of them are like holding the kids and stuff. And I sped it up just because I thought it looked a little more kind of fun if you speed it up. So anyway, Taste of the Seasons is all about eating food and celebrating Christmas. And all this lights up and everything at night. I think they open around noon and then they close like pretty late. I want to say like 10 o'clock. This is a corn pudding right here. This was one of the better things that we had here, taste-wise. That is what it looks like, and that's, I guess, and you can see the size. Like it's a little like thing that fits in your hand. Most of the stuff here that you get for like the $6, like that's it. So this is a picture. Like compare that picture, cornbread pudding, to this. Like that's what you get. And there's a piece of cornbread in there, and then there's like some ham on top. and chives, and it was actually pretty good. That was actually one of the better things. And the constant thing that you're going to see here is you're going to get to see the inside of this park and decide if you're in the area if you want to come here. There's not going to be any Jeep content or that many camping content. This is just a different type of video. So this is one of the big kids rides, and you can see they have like the loop-de-loops, and you're hanging down so your feet are not in anything, and you're not like sitting in a chair either. And this was one of the newer rides. This is what the tasting stations look like, and they have little spots on the ground where you're supposed to stand, which are like the 6 feet apart. And then at the tasting stations, they have these signs that show you like what you get. So like for $6, you get like 4 pieces of shrimp, let's say. I don't remember which. That was like egg rolls. It's supposed to be Christmas oriented, like all the foods, but I guess Christmas from all the different ethnic origins, sort of. Even though I don't really consider like a piece of chicken that's been breaded with like sweet and sour sauce on it like really Christmassy. That was Christmassy. That tasted kind of like Christmas. I don't remember exactly what that was. The turkey stew that you see there on the left, I thought that was the best deal out of all the stuff, and people were amazed how big this was. And this is like a piece of bread with like Campbell's soup. I think it was the only thing that was really probably the right amount of food for the price, but it was probably one of the better things. This is the thing that's all lit up that you see in the distance in all the different videos that we've made of us camping. There's always like something big and kind of shiny color like in the distance, so I wanted to include it, and it changes colors and stuff. They did a really great job of having this like Christmas decoration stuff all over their park. I could not believe all the Christmas stuff that they had, and as the night went on, the park kind of came more and more alive. Now what you're not hearing is you're not hearing all the live music, and I had to cut pretty much all of the sound out of all the video, so you're not going to hear hardly any sound in the video, just the background noise that I had handy. And the reason for that is because almost everywhere you go there's live music. They have live performers like doing music almost everywhere, or they have dancing. So it seemed like the big theme of this park was like roller coasters and eating food and dancing and cheering and stuff. People seemed like they were having a good time, even with the COVID going on. But you can see how far apart everybody is. People are wearing masks, and you know, you can actually have amusement parks open. You don't have to be just like hiding at home. So this was a live performance that we watched. I think it was like 30 minutes long of these two people on a guitar playing some music again. And you're not going to hear any of the music once again because I don't want any copyright violations going on. And even in other spots in the video, you'll be like, well, why didn't you let the sound come through? Like when you're looking at, say, a random pickup truck that has Christmas stuff. Well, the music is so loud in the background, you can't really escape it. So I did find this, like they actually do serve alcohol here too. Like, so you can spend $6 for like a hot chocolate with a little bit of, with just hot chocolate, and then you pay like additional on top of that to get them to put a shot in it. This is one of the rides that's a little bit more of a bit, it's not really a little kid's ride, but it's not really like one of these gigantic roller coasters. I guess it's more like an amusement park ride. So they had these like middle of the road rides too. And I didn't like film every single ride that they have here. This place is humongous. And it really was like a lot of fun to come here and do something different than just, you know, sitting at home like looking at the calendar hoping that the COVID goes away or whatever. So here you go. I wanted to show you this. So you can see the lady's walking around. She's like spraying every single chair down, and there's a guy over there with a towel. He's, I think, timing how long the spray is on there, and then he'll go around and wipe it all down. And this was a comedy routine that they had here. It's just like every corner, like every time you walked like about 1,000 feet, there was like some performers singing or dancing or something, and they all have umbrellas. That's because it's raining. I don't know if you can tell, but it's lightly raining, and so the show goes on even in the rain. So they seemed like everything was like fun and of good hearts and stuff, and I'm not really sure that wasn't Charlie Brown stuff, so that might be just like their own thing. I don't recognize it. But you're going to see this constant kind of like food. That's the whole point. The whole point is that you can taste all this food from all these different regions, but it's all Christmas oriented food, or it's supposed to be Christmas oriented food. And even here, like we did some talking on the camera, fooling around in this chair, but I had to cut it all the talking because all the music in the background, unfortunately, was so loud. You can see Sweet Pop Frog behind us. There were lots of branded, well-known vendors in here also for when they're like in normal mode. So this was like trick-or-treating, but it was like Christmas trick-or-treating. And even big kids could do it. So they have these little pails out there, and they basically tell you how many pieces of candy you can have.
Hey, it's Cupid. Come by and get some candy.
We have Dasher.
Hi, welcome to Dasher's Candy Shop. We have M&Ms. You can take 3.
Ooh, I like M&Ms. Thank you.
I thought it was kind of cute that they had all these different reindeer that were dressed up, and some of them you can hear their voices because like there was a kind of a pause in the music, and some of them, unfortunately, there's like loud music in the background. And Prancer wasn't there. I think Prancer was getting more candy or something like that, but we did get a chance to see Rudolph at least. And there's Rudolph right there.
Hey! I'm Rudolph!
Here's a dance show they had. I sped it up a little bit just so you could see a little bit of it. It was like super fun and kind of super cool the way that they carried it about, because it was just all about like having music and dancing, and they even had these neat little things like where they had these spots set up where you could take a picture. I mean, how cute would that be if they're like the two of you were standing in there and like, you know, doing a selfie with a present. This is the actual entrance of Carowinds at the end, and they have like really like loud dance music going, kind of with a beat that you can hear, that you can kind of visually see. So it was very much a party atmosphere. I think adults, like if adults could bring alcohol in here, I think adults will be dancing to this. It is like just kind of super fun and edgy a little bit. Even though, you know, you can see, I mean, there are people here, but I mean, people for the most part are staying together. Here's some more food. Like there's so much food, and this I think was like the fanciest looking dessert food that they had. And so this is kind of like the electric light parade that you experience at Disneyland type atmosphere, except it's a North Carolina version of it. So you can see that they have all the Santa Clauses out, and this is basically the end of the night, sort of. So anyway, hopefully this little tour of Carowinds and Taste of the Seasons helps you out with deciding on if you want to come to North Carolina and Charlotte specifically, and come to the Carowinds and see it. And we had to pay full price for all this, so that this isn't like we're not trying to sell it to you. We're just trying to let you see what it looks like.
Hey everybody, we survived Carowinds Taste of the Season. It was a fabulous experience. I highly recommend you come and visit it if you can before Christmas.